Welcome back to Articulation Time. Today we're looking at a figure from Joytoy, the Zoro Expeditionary Forces, Ninth Army of the White Iron Cavalry. Whew, that's a mouthful. Now, I saw this by happenstance and thought it looked amazing, so I had to pick it up. Fortunately, the box was a little bit mangled during shipping, but that's how it goes. So while he's 1/18 scale, he's almost 1/12 scale in size. But anyway, the power armor, which I am going to call this, looks super. It is very cool. I mean, just look at this. Looks dope as hell. Aesthetic wise, I would rate him very high. Um, I think it looks amazing. So it comes with this really dope looking two-handed sword. I guess a cleaver. I don't know. It's dope anyway. As for hands, we get one pair of open hands, one pair of grippy hands, and for his right we have the standard option with a finger on the trigger. As for his left, we have a pointing hand, which is slightly unusual. Two fingers pointing. Right, so let's have a look at articulation. We can open his hatch. His head, yeah, it's touching him, it comes off, but so his head looks like this. He looks quite different. I mean, the final head sculpt seems to be smirking, and I thought maybe I can use it and customize it, but it's a lot bigger than the standard Joytoy head. So the helmet hatch kind of works like this. The head came off, and I can't easily put it back on, so it looks pretty cool. You can see how it would see out of it side to side. um, Unfortunately, because of the hinge design, this doesn't move. Um, and let's say he's supposed to shoot to the side, he can't really look that way. Um, yeah, so I kind of wish they would have skipped the hinge and the head sculpt and just have this rotatable instead. This upper part here, even though this is nifty how you can move this shoulder armor, it kind of gets in the way for a T-pose. Um, but if you put them back, you can kinda pull it off, but this doesn't look very nice. Not horrible. It kind of feels like the guy who designed the articulation didn't really talk to the guy who designed the armor, because while this is not, while it's not horrible, I think they could have made a better job. I mean, looking at the double jointed elbows and the bicep swivel here. So, oh yeah, that's a thing. The the hands are gonna come off all the time. They did not do a good job with the pegs here, or I guess the mold. It does. They do come off super easy. I mean, look at this. You go, hello. Oh, there we go. It's that's a minus. But yeah, the double jointed elbows, they still only give about 90 degrees before we hit the armor. And uh, even if we try to work inside the armor, uh, we're still stopped at 90, which is a bit unfortunate. I kind of expected more with this, but yeah, maybe that's me. I do love my articulation. Actual huge minus with this figure, I gotta say. Just playing around with it. The legs are already very loose. Um, Not sure what they did with the joint situation here, but you know, it's yeah, if you can see that. The joint situation is not great. I'm not sure he's going to be able to stand next week. For a new figure, this is not good. It is really not good. Um, had I gotten it second hand, but yeah. But okay, his body can twist around, and he doesn't really bend because of all the stuff around his midriff, but he goes back a little bit and forward a little bit. But it's okay with the bulk. Um, he has double jointed knees, which are pretty stiff. Click, click. Yeah, I wish that stiffness would have been at his hip joints instead, but yeah, click, click, click. So he has really good range of motion when it comes to his legs. I guess they wanted to do something new here, and I appreciate the effort, but it is going to be, it's already super loose. Another thing that is pretty not super are the toe hinges. So kind of hard to see maybe, but it looks kind of melted, the plastic. I'm not sure what they did, if they stuck something in there and just cut it off with something hot. I don't know. I don't know if it's that or the paint, but this is really stiff. Um, and this one doesn't move at all. At all. Not sure, but I don't want to break it. The hips are bothering me more and more. Yeah, but okay. Let's go positive. What is cool about this fig? Well, he has this hand cannon, and while I wish it would have been twice the size, because having this really dope looking power armor, this is kind of pea shooter, isn't it? Let's pick up another Joytoy gun here. Doesn't seem the caliber would be that much greater, but it's cool that you can remove the magazines, and it's cool that you can also remove them from his harness. So I really like what they did there. Um, I just wish it would have been bigger, more epic. I mean, if these would be grenades, maybe. Yeah, I'm guessing these would be grenades. Then what is this? I mean, what is this mag? He would need to reload immediately. Yeah. I love Joytoy, I really do. But I don't know what's happening with their quality control and their design choices. They were really raw early on, and then I thought they really picked up. Um, but they seem to have started to drop the ball, or whatever you call it. I don't know. Um, I always want articulation in my figs, but I'm still okay if it's not great. But I'm not okay with the figure kind of falling apart out of the package. I mean, the hips are bad. this is really bad. The hands keep falling off. His head came off, and it's not a good sculpt either. Yeah, I would probably give this a 5 out of 10. And this is probably the least happy with a purchase I've been in maybe the last 2 years. um, but I guess some people will love this, so it's just everyone has their opinions. Um, I might have been happier if it wasn't so loose and falling apart. But anyway, I think it looks cool. Uh, I'm probably gonna customize it and see what I can salvage. Yeah, but sometimes you get stuff that's not great, and that's how it works. I'm guessing my next review is gonna be more upbeat. Thanks everyone for watching, and hope you got a better fig than I did.